Hello, Be the Ram Global Fellowship family and friends. So it is time for a receipt. So some of you may or may not know, I had emergency surgery about a week ago. So to kind of bring it all together, I started getting these pains in my lower abdomen about on a Monday. And Tuesday, I was still having this pain. I thought maybe it was related to, womanly things. I drank a tea that I use that usually helps me with those pains. But the pain did not respond to the tea. So the pain didn't go away. So that made me kind of realize that this was a different pain. Wednesday morning, I ended up going into urgent care complaining, about the pain. And the doctor that I saw, he kind of examined and he said, that sounds like your appendix. You need to go get a CAT scan. So I ended up about an hour or two after that, he was able to get me an appointment at outpatient imaging, which was like down the street. So I got my imaging done about 2:30ish. Is when they were able to actually get me in to scan. And I left. I stopped at the credit union. I picked up some soup from a restaurant and I was headed home to eat the soup and just kind of lay down. By the time I got home, I didn't get to eat the soup because I got a phone call from the urgent care telling me to get to the ER immediately because I was having an appendicitis. I believe that's the way you pronounce it. So I ended up going, calling my husband, called my mom and sister, and then I called work, and my husband picked up the youngest from after school care, and they got me to the ER. So from there, I had a great experience, to be perfectly honest. The doctors at Piedmont Noonan Hospital were amazing. They were very amazing and they were just so kind to me. And my surgeon actually asked if it was okay that he prayed with me prior to the surgery. And so he prayed for me, and just the nurses, everybody was just so kind to me. The way that they got me ready for surgery, the way that they prepared me for surgery, the way that they took care of me afterwards. So everyone was just truly a blessing. My husband, he remained calm. He kept the Mac pack intact, making sure that trying to keep some sense of normalcy going for the children, especially Imani with her being the youngest, just trying to keep things going, but still trying to take care of me. So, I eventually got to a point where he was able to go home. It was in the middle of the night. So really I ended up having surgery that night at about 9:51 is when I remember seeing the time on the clock. And they were able to move forward with the surgery quickly because I did not eat. So thankfully I didn't eat when I got that phone call, and I hadn't had a chance to get to my lunch just yet. The next day after my surgery, the doctor came in and he said, your appendix was huge. He said it did not rupture, but we caught it just in time. And so I'm just really grateful for my life. I'm grateful for the doctors and the nurses. I'm grateful for the doctor. He may have been a physician's assistant in urgent care who believed my pain. And to be transparent, so often Black women's pain isn't always believed. And so he believed my pain, and he did not dismiss me and just send me back home with some pain meds. He took the necessary steps to make sure that I was taken care of, and thankfully he did, and he made that decision. I hope I get to go back and just talk and let him know that I appreciate that. I'm glad that he moved forward with that decision, because that decision really made all the difference in my healthcare, you know, after that. The other part with that I would add, that's still part of that could be a different receipt, was the fact that the appendix did not rupture. So some of you may know I have a trainer. I work out twice a week. Then I do extreme hip hop aerobics, so on Saturday mornings. So usually on Saturday morning I would get up and go. But the Saturday before I got this pain on that Monday, I ended up having to go to urgent care then because I had a burn that was on my back. So I burned my back from a heating pad. And so I'm thankful that although, you know, it was very painful and everything like that, I'm just thankful that that happened, as painful and inconvenient as it was, because that means that I did not go to my normal workouts. I wasn't lifting, bending. I didn't do any of my extreme aerobics or anything like that, because those things potentially could have caused my appendix to rupture. But thankfully, prior to that, you know, that I was having that situation, which kind of detoured my week, and it really kind of positioned me. So I'm just really grateful. I'm about, like I said, I'm about a little over a week post-op, going into about a week and a half post-op. So I'm still on the mend. But I'm getting there, so I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful. Shout out to all those doctors and healthcare workers at that urgent care over there in Noonan, at the outpatient, and at Piedmont Noonan Hospital. Just thank you so much for the way you took care of me. Shout out to my husband for keeping the Mac pack together. Those of you who have sent text messages, phone calls, social media posts, just thank you for all the love and support. The prayers is really appreciated. And I will be back to myself in no time. I'm taking my time and resting. But I'm very grateful. So that's my receipt. And yeah, have a great week.